What is going on, guys? This is TheCrayonsMelt here, and if you've been subscribed to my channel for a long time, this video might look a little bit different, and the reason for that is this video is going to be my Panthers offensive playbook guide, and so I wanted to take off the webcam, take off the overlay, take off the chat, and all the words scrolling across the screen, so that way you guys can see exactly what I see. So I don't see any of that scrolling across my screen, and sometimes it can block things in the video, so I wanted to take all that out. Just so you guys can see everything, I want to get started with this playbook guide by just giving you some tips for running the Panthers offensive playbook. So this is a personal preference. I would rather throw than run. I don't trust the running backs this year. They seem to fumble a lot, even when they have like 95 and up carrying. So I would say, knowing I can make the reads right, I would rather throw it than run. But included in that, I also want to be able to run with my quarterback a little bit. And that's part of the reason why I don't want to fumble as much, especially with a mobile quarterback. So you're gonna have to balance it between passes, throws, and quarterback runs. I said passes and throws. You guys know what I mean. I mean passes, runs, and quarterback runs. Sorry about that, guys. Also, you want another tip. Good receiving tight ends here. You can see I have Shannon Sharp and Delaney Walker both on my team. They're both very good receiving guys, but also Delaney Walker has a great run block. So I think this is one of the cards everyone should go out and get. I'm not sure how much it costs, maybe around 50 to 70K. But he also has a couple of gold cards that I would highly recommend. I don't know if I'd be able to find them because I don't even know if I still have them. But other good receiving tight ends, Rob Gronkowski, Jimmy Graham, Luke Wilson's even good for the rising star if you want to go out and get him. He's kind of cheap. So good receiving tight ends. Also fill in all of the depth chart spaces for running back, receiver, and tight end. Offensive line isn't too big of a worry. I wouldn't worry about that. But you do want to have your receivers in because we run a lot of no huddle. So when you guys get tired, you want to be able to swap them out. So maybe you want to go invest in a number 4 and a number 5 and 6 receivers. And on my 96 overall team, I use an 86 as my number 6. So you don't have to have somebody who's great. Same thing with running back. You want to have somebody who's decent and could fill in when needed, especially on third downs. All right, like I said, you want to mix in the run and the pass, and I like to have a lot of play action, and so I'll show you guys that and what it looks like. Also, take what the defense gives you. That's going to be the most important thing about this whole scheme is you're going to line up and read the defense a little bit and see what they give you, and you're going to be reading the defense as the play is going on. So I'll show you all about that. You want to keep an eye on your matchups. Sometimes you get very good matchups. And I think for this guy to work, you not only need to have a good offense, but you also need to have a good defense. So I will have a defensive guide coming out soon for the Ravens playbook. If you guys are interested in that, please leave a comment or a like on this video, and that'll help me want to get it out there faster for you guys. So you're going to want to learn the playbook for the no huddles and the audibles, and even hot routes. So I can't show you too much in the practice mode, but I'm thinking about doing just a full game where I show you exactly how I pick the plays. I'll cut out the defensive part so you just get the offense. So if that's something you want, I can show you how when I use no huddle and how I use it and plays I like to switch around. But also the best hot routes to use are drags and slants. They beat both man and zone when used right, so keep an eye out for that. Going back to the mobile quarterback thing, you want to scramble some to keep the defense watching that mobile quarterback, because I know that's one thing I first look at is, do they have a mobile quarterback, and then how often they scramble with that mobile quarterback. So you want to scramble every now and then, but you don't want it to be your first choice and your first resort. You want it to be sort of, you make a couple of reads, nothing's there, okay, let's scramble, or let's go out of the pocket and see if somebody can get open, that sort of thing. When you do scramble, though, sliding is so important. So all you have to do is tap that X or the square button, depending on what console you're on. Tap it, don't push it, don't hold it down, just tap it really quick and you guys will slide. You have to give a couple yards room for it to work right, but if you do, it helps out tremendously. So I think that's all the tips I have. So we're going to go in, we're going to jump in and use the Panthers playbook in practice mode. Alright guys, so when you finally get into the game, the first thing you're going to want to do, hit that formations, and single back's a good one, but let's go left one. You'll be tight slots, 5 out of 5. There's 12 plays. This is by far the best formation in this playbook. So the first thing I do, hit that sub button, RB or R1 on the PlayStation. You want to come over to this third wide receiver, depending who it is. It's your slot guy, number 3. Hit that A or X, and then come down and find your tight end. And this is why it's so important to have 2 good tight ends. Philly Brown's a good one when you're playing as the Panthers. Or no, it's not Philly Brown. It's Ed Dixon. So when you back out, you're going to see, well, I guess it doesn't really show you. There he is. So he's now subbed into that spot, and I'll show you why that is so important. I say the first play you come out in is you go down one, the halfback cutback. It's one of the best plays in this playbook. Right now it's just in practice mode. We're going against Seattle. And so the first thing I do is I draw a line down the middle of the field. Which side has more defenders? So the left side has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then that safety. Right side has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 as well. So I would just go ahead and run it towards your stronger side, which is, for me, is the left side. That's where I have a better run block. So let's run it towards that left side. And look at this. It was an excellent run. We're able to take it all the way to the end zone. So right there you have a super overpowered run that you can use all game long. So now, as you can see, I'm going to try to do this as the defense does it. You see they brought that safety up, so you know it's a safety blitz. So go ahead and you can run it straight like that again. And it's going to work tremendously again. So that tight end's able to go down there and get a nice block, which helps out a lot. So let's, another play you can do straight from this play. So this is why I like to do all the no huddles. When you go to the audibles, you can switch to PA Panther Post. And that looks just like this. One cool thing you can do with it, send Y on a slant route across the middle, and it'll look just like this. And this play is going to be great for you. This slant route should be open all the time. I'll try to just let it play out and show you when you should hit some guys. So let's let him sack us. Okay, we're going to go into this instant replay here. Right off the bat, we're going to start all the way at the left side. So right here, this out route beats man every time. It also beats zone there, as you can see. They brought a little blitz, so there's no one really there. I could have thrown it. Even to that point right there, I can still throw it. So that's pretty good there. We're going to come over one to this slants route. Look, right there, he might still catch it. Even though there's the defender, you want to hit it either early or late. So you want to hit it very quickly. Right there probably would still work. All the way to right there would be excellent. So that slant route, that's usually one of the best routes to hit. This guy, he runs a wheel route, so you got to watch him. He's open, open, open. Don't throw it anymore, just because that safety's there to watch him. And then we'll go over to the last guy over here. He runs a post. I usually don't aim for this too much. Right there, it might have been okay to hit if you get a good lead on it. That's usually my last resort. And then we got the halfback here, who against zone gets some pretty good catches because there's no one there. So you'd still be able to hit it for a while. But then I'm also going to show you, if you do have a mobile quarterback, one really cool thing you can do. So same setup. Bring him out here like this, and you can hit it. Like, that'll also work very well for you. So keep an eye on that. I think I'm going to do a whole separate video on just mobile quarterbacks, just to give you a better idea. Another cool thing, that A route, wheel routes can sometimes get very, very open very, very often. So definitely keep an eye out on that. The next play I'm going to show you guys is the halfback dive. So see how the middle of the field is wide open like that? Bring in a halfback dive. So this is all straight out of the audibles. You're getting 5-6 yards a carry. And sometimes it'll even it'll work great even if they have a lot of guys up in the front. So See, we're still getting, look, 10 yards a carry. So let's do it again. They brought a little bit more guys in. And look, still getting straight, like straight wide open, straight down the middle. And one of the coolest things about this formation, watch this, guys. What happened? Can you guys tell? Look here, there's the play. There's the play. So you can flip it without the defense even knowing. And I think that's the most powerful thing about this playbook or this formation is that say you got your PA Panther post, you flip it, it changes the whole play now. Now this guy over here is running the wheel route. So it really helps out there as we're throwing the interceptions. So that's why you don't want to hit it if he's got good coverage. But yeah, just make your reads, and that formation, this whole formation is my favorite because from just the audibles you can have 1, 2, 3, and then you can flip it. So you basically have 6 great plays out of this formation. Also, one thing I like to do, so you come out, you can audible, you go down to the third one, and then over one, you get the corner strike. And watch, the cool thing about this, for some reason, it keeps your number 1 receiver up against a safety or a linebacker, unless if they have another corner in. So he'll either be up against the number 3 corner, safety, or a linebacker, which can be great. Like, you'll be able to beat a lot of people. So this is what the play looks like. It's the corner strike. One thing I like to do with it, take that A route, send him on a slant straight across the field. And that way he's going to get open almost every time, especially when they send a blitz. If they send a blitz, you're going to tear up their defense. So let me show you that again. I like calling this play out of this formation, though. And you can do it while they're moving over. You can send that slant. And I'll show you guys that when I do some full game plays. So you can hit them early, hit them late. I like to hit them late. You can get more yards, but sometimes you might risk throwing an interception. So I'm going to run through that play again. Show some more audibles you can make. So you can do that. Also, when they're in press coverage like this, especially with no safety over top, usually you want to go with the receiver all the way on the right because he's actually a receiver rather than a tight end. But you can also hit that guy deep. And so I'll give a lot of time. And he's not the best, but look at that. That was still pretty nice. I think we're too close to the end zone, so you're not going to get all the animations you like. We're still going to go in here and just show you the instant replay. So, of course, you got these guys right out of the backfield who are going to beat zone defense every time. They'll also sometimes beat man if you scramble out, but they brought a blitz that time, so I wasn't really able to. And that's another thing. If they bring a blitz, just block one of these guys. You can easily block them if they bring a lot of blitzes. So let's see right here. Boom, open right there. Like, good 10-yard gain. Or, boom, right there. He's still pretty open. We got the corner over here on the left. That against man coverage, boom, beat. Good 15, 20-yard gain. So that's very important to just make that read. And also this guy, if he's in press man, your guy is going to beat him most of the time. And see, Richard Sherman can't even cover Cautry. Like, for real. He should have stopped that for real, but we got it anyway. So we got lucky, I guess. I think I will move the ball back a little bit. Just so I give you guys a little bit better understanding of it. So we'll put it at the 50. And again, straight out of the same formations, you can also... I stay away from read option. That's just me. You can run read option if you're comfortable with it. I'm not that comfortable with it. So out of the same formation, you come to this inside zone split. And what this does is it's a very good run. And here, I mean, read the defense... I would pass it against this defense. That's just me. But the great thing about this run is, I mean, you follow your blocks and you can get, look, 9 yards that time. But another good thing, I'm going to audible to it again. You can actually let this play out by itself a lot of times, and it gives you a better understanding of it. So you're either going to want to go up the middle or cut to the left, and that time you cut to the left gets 25 yards, 15 yards. So that's not bad. And this is, remember guys, this is all from the same halfback cutback. So again, I can no huddle, flip it, and look at this, getting a good 15-yard gain from this run. Do my no huddle, come up again, and then do my post Panther, and get another 15 yards. So you're gaining 15 yards a play almost if you can run this effectively. I don't think there's many more plays that I've actually done. I like this forked Y seam. You send that Y guy on a slant across the field, so it looks like that. And it's great, especially see he's blitzing a safety. Send Benjamin down. He should be able to beat that guy deep if you lob it up and give him a lead. So that's a good play. Also, that slant's going to be open almost every time coming across the middle. So I'll show you guys that one more time with the slant. Again, that's forked Y seam in the gun bunch splits, I think. Let's see. No, gun doubles flex wing weak. Too technical. But again, that Y is that he's the tight end. He'll be open almost every time coming across the middle if you hit him early or late. Let's see if there's any more that I would recommend. You got the verticals, which I don't run it a lot just because it's very predictable, but it's still a good play. A lot of guys will man coverage that B route coming across the middle, so you got to keep an eye out for that. Again, these aren't plays that I run a lot. I usually stick to the couple I showed you. And you can even run out of the same formation. I can show you this bench switch. Looks just like this. I like to send that A guy across the middle on a slant. And then, boom, right there, open 15-yard gain. Easy. Slants and drags beat everything. I'll show you a drag route. Oh, especially against a defense like this, where everyone's up close. It looks like they're going to blitz. It's great against a blitz. And you get a couple blockers out there, which also helps. So let's go back into the playbook a little bit, and I'll show you a different formation. All right, so when you come to single back, you're going to have 1 out of 5. You're going to go over 1 twice. You're going to be bunch ace 3 out of 5. And I think some of you guys already know what play I'm going to be talking about. It is the PA end around, and this is like one of the most common plays. It looks like this. You're going to make 1 hot route. You're going to send B on a fade. So that's up on the right stick, and it's going to look like this. Now, I like to just do like that and run back. X is going to be open 99% of the time. And this is one of those overplayed. People use it online all the time. You'll see it a lot. But B is sometimes, you can get B deep a lot of times. Like that right there. Don't know why, but he'll beat a lot of guys. He'll beat guys very often. Also, this A route coming in a post, usually, see, it wasn't really there. It beats man almost every single time. I would say every time it beats man. So yeah, and all you do is audible to that post or that fade route. You can hit X really quickly. He'll get a bunch of yards there. You can hit him later. He's unbumpable, I believe. What else do we have? The Y route is pretty nice. You'll get some nice blocks from that tight end coming out. So that's a very good formation. I don't audible out of it a lot. Let's see. Yeah, so this, you can't go into the first formation from this. I wish you could, because that would be super overpowered. But it does bring in those 2 receiving tight ends, which helps a lot. And it also has that guy blocking. So really, if you want to, you could send also that RB, that Greg Olsen, you could send him into a drag right there and have another guy, but you'd have 1 less blocker. But also, I mean, I'll take an extra guy out to catch a pass any day. So that's a good option right there. Also, you could send him in a slant route. You just don't want him to interfere with your other routes. That's the most important thing. And he gets very open. I've actually never experimented with that, but I think that would be a great play to call with the PA end around. So let's go back into the playbooks. I'll show you another formation that I like to run. We're going to choose random play on defense again. Okay, and then come down to strong. And again, you're going to want to substitute in your tight end for this receiver. There's 2 plays I call out of this. One, the halfback off tackle. And especially when you have that extra tight end blocking out there. Again, that run wasn't the best. So I'm showing you guys everything you're not going to see. So everything, I haven't cut anything out. Sometimes you're going to get good blocks and sometimes you're not. Like right there. Look how many blocks. We got 25 yards off that carry. So, or 15 or whatever. So this is going to work most of the time. You're going to get some good yardage. And after a while, after a couple times, the defense is going to say, oh, this is the same play you keep running on me. Like, I'm going to stop this. I'm going to run commit or something. So there we get 25 yards. So run that a couple times. And then in the same formation, I hate that it's so slow. I wish I could speed this up for you guys. I'm not trying to make this too long. Random play. Out of the same formation, hit up twice, and that's the counter weak. And that same formation, it looks like you're going to be running that way, but you're going to hit the counter, and usually they're not expecting it, so you'll get a nice gain. Hit a couple spin moves, and you'll make it down the field. I don't like calling that too much because once they suspect it, they will stuff it. So it's easily stuffable, but you can get some good yardage off of it, as you can see, 15 yards or so. So let's go back into the playbook. We have a couple more formations to show you. So next week, I like to throw in some play actions deep, the PA threats deep. I'm not going to show that, but all you do is bring that red main receiver, bring him in a hot route to a slant. He can get open, or you have that deep ball. Pistol. One of the great plays in here, you go to the strong, and it's going to be the play action boot LT. And I flip this if you have a right-hand quarterback. Left-handed, just run him the way it is. And one of the first audibles you do, send MCCOURTY B into a fade route, just in case if coverage breaks down, you got somebody deep. But it's like a bootleg, hit A. One of the things you got to know about this route, or this formation, this play, if you don't have good quarterback speed, I would cut this out of the playbook. It's not good for you. Unless, I mean, you can do it without the boot, and it works pretty well. But I think the bootleg makes it better. Oh, look at this good press right here. So we might be able to hit him deep. So he had pretty good coverage. So yeah, and that is a number 2 guy going up against Richard Sherman. But so that was a cover 3. It would be better if it was in man. But so you bring the bootleg, and if you don't have good play on the run, stop for a second, then throw the ball. If you got good, not play on the run, throw on the run, throw it as you're running. I know Michael Vick has great throw on the run, so I'm able to just go like this and chuck it, and it's a perfect ball almost every time. So, yeah. And as you guys can see, I've thrown in a couple of these spin moves. I don't normally play with them because I'm not that good at running it. But as you can see, it's dominant against the defense. So look, we're able to get it when it's a man coverage deep there. Let's see here. This is really the only play I run out of the pistol. Like maybe I'll throw in a different one every now and then. Maybe a run. You can do that Panthers zone, but really I don't run much out of that playbook or that formation. There's 2 more formations I run. I stay away from the Wildcat. Goal line, if you need to do a QB sneak for 4th and inches on the goal line or something, I would do that. So the last 2, gun, split Panther. So it's the first gun one. You're going to want to come down. You can either do the curls flats, which I don't do that much because I like to just keep my receivers moving. You don't want to have that guy just standing there. So I don't call that as much, but sometimes I do. The corner strike that we ran earlier, it's the same thing. Sometimes throw a guy into a fade, but you want to bring that A receiver into a slant. And then there's this play, the halfback slip screen, and this is one of the best plays out of this formation. I wish you could audible to it, but you can't. What you're going to want to do, looks like this, but bring that A guy on a drag, and so it'll end up looking like that. And I'll show you guys it a couple times, so you can throw to that Y, and look, I mean, it's a dominant screen, so you're going to get good yardage off it almost every time. So again, throw that guy into a drag, and that's down on the right stick if you don't know. But then watch this. You can also throw the screen to him as well. So one, it creates you an extra blocker if you run it how it's meant to be run, or it gives you a good option number two. Say if they read the screen really well. So it's always good to have options, and that's the most important thing, is to see what your options are and to go with the best one. So let's show you guys a couple more times, and it's good. I want to try to get them to read the screen. That time they read it a little bit, so I probably should have gone to the A route. Let's show it to you guys again. Again, you're going to come, especially on a blitz. Oh, it tears them up. Look at this. It's nice to have a speed guy in there, so it's really nice when you have a small speed guy. Good tip there, I guess. Again, we'll go to the halfback as long as they don't read it too well. So then, I mean, the blocker usually gets somebody right at the line, so that's fine. Helps out just a little bit. Just one more block, and one block could put you to the end zone. Also, let's bring in some press here. You don't normally see it a lot, but if they press like this, you have that one guy deep. You can always chuck it up deep if they have press. You won't do that too much just because you won't have time to read if they know the screen's coming or whatever. So this is a 3-man. Oh no, this is a blitz. Okay, straight up blitz. So let's see if we can get it on this one. I didn't have time to really lead it too much, but it still was a good pass for a touchdown. So let's go back into that into the next formation. We'll choose the last play. And there's two more plays out of the last formation, and this is when they're bringing a lot of blitzes. I don't really have time in the pocket. You definitely want to stay in the gun, go left to the empty Panther, and you can run this verticals. And same thing as you normally do, you want to bring in Y on a slant. So I like bringing the inside guys on slants. And so I'll let this play develop a little bit. You see how much time I got? Alright, we're going to go into the instant replay, and I'll just show you guys some of the reads you have. Let's zoom out a little bit. So as you can see, they're on press coverage on the outside. Read the press coverage. I probably could have beat that guy B. Like, both of the outside guys are pretty good. They both beat it. So that's usually one of the first reads, is to see if they're in man coverage. And I mean, it's pretty obvious they're in man coverage right there. Coming across like that. Actually, this is a cover 3. It's not even man. But they're going deep. But they beat him deep. So this guy's wide open. And this is usually where people will man coverage if they do. So you want to keep an eye out for that. If they're usering there, you don't want to throw that. I usually, one of the good routes to go to is that slant route. They're going to, right early and late. So, boom, you can hit them right there or right there. If you lead them well enough, you'll be able to get to it. So, yeah, that's a good one out of that. So, let's run it, and I'll show you guys what I mean. And they just brought a safety up. So, look, wide open right in the middle. We'll do it a couple times so you guys can get a little preview. I'm not trying to make this video too long, but I know you guys wanted some tips. So here, there's the slant route across the middle. What's that? 25 yards, 15 yards. See if we got good. No, he didn't beat him too deep. Again, middle of the field's wide open almost every play. Even if they run man, especially if they run man, actually, because they will beat it. That slant route, probably threw it a little bit too late. Still works, though. Let's do it one more time. Wide open in the middle of the field. And so I like to bullet pass it in there. That's just me, just because that safety could pick it off. So let's go to the last play. And actually, we can audible to it from this one. It's going to be the stick. So it looks like this. And as you can see, it already looks great. You could run it like this and get a lot of different plays out of it. I like to go to that guy, especially against a user, because they will be using that the Y route, especially if you throw it to a lot of slants running across the middle. That outside guy will be open. The inside guy will be open usually. Let's get to it one more time. You probably could beat that guy outside if it's man. Look at that. X route is wide open again. So you have this play allows you a lot of time to choose who you want to throw it to. One adjustment I like to make. Let's go back to the stick. Bring the A on a slant route towards the left side, and then you have another one they have to worry about man covering or usering another slant route. So slants are very powerful in this game. Let's just show you another. Oh, I forgot to switch it to stick. But again, I mean, slant routes are so powerful. Drag routes are so powerful. So I'd use them. Use them. Use them. They're very, very useful. One more time. So this is what it looks like. We're going to look deep. We're also going to look at that slant coming across. So we can come out of the pocket like this, and R1's pretty deep. So that's one cool thing about using the mobile quarterbacks. You're able to buy a lot of time and make get some players open. So actually, one more time. I know I said one more time already, but I do want to try to get that guy deep. So I think there's too much coverage there, but we might have it. Yeah, look, he had a good catch there. So you're able to beat guys deep easily. So you don't have to go to that when you're on verticals. You don't have to go to that route every time. Especially on press on the outside, you're gonna beat them if you have fast enough, tall enough. I like speed over height. Speed and height are both important, so I would try to implicate both of them. But again, you just want to go in and practice in practice mode. You don't have to be on a great team. Like I'm on the Panthers. The Panthers. Look at the Panthers' offense. They don't have a lot of weapons. They're not that great. But you are able to make some plays with them against Seattle's defense. So go in and practice and get used to running the no huddle and all the plays you can call out of it. I'm sorry if this was too long. I don't know how much time this was, but I know it's been a long time. So I really hope you guys enjoyed. I hope this helps out, and let me know if you want to see that defensive playbook guide. It'll be similar to this. Probably defense has a lot more to do with what's going on, so you have to make a lot more adjustments. But so let me know what you think, if you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.
We throw them high, we stack them quick, we asking how them haters felt. Like and subscribe to the page, it's TheCrayonsMelt. Pause the game and check the squad, you need to brace yourself. Boy, you getting clowned on, we ain't talking Dave Chappelle. Them picks, we got them. Hit sticks, we got them. We juke left, we juke right, how you gonna stop it? Them picks, we got them. Hit sticks, we got them. We juking left, we juking right, boy, how you gonna stop it?